Hello, my name is Envi, and I'm starting a new series where we learn how to build stuff together. So let's get started. Oh gosh, there we go. Today, I think honestly a good starting point is how to just build a very basic house. So what you're gonna need, we're just gonna build it out of oak and oak logs. It'll look nice. Now, what inspired me, actually, you know what, we might want cobble too. What inspired me to do this was I realized when I learned how to build, I never learned like the basics. All right, I was taught by my sister, and she's like, "This is just how you do things." I was like, "Okay," and I just didn't question it ever. So now I want to actually learn properly. Um, so one thing that I've learned is if you have a starting point, you need to have roughly 5 spots between them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, dope. All right. Now, if you do that, you can connect these up and make it just look decent. Because you want a frame. With a frame, everything starts to like come together and actually look good. All right. Now, if these are 3 high, we'll see how that goes. Honestly, I don't know if it should be 3 or 4 high, but we'll find out. I think I think 3 high is fine for starting house, but like I would prefer 4 high. So we're just gonna go with 3 high, just because you know what, it's hard to get this much wood early game. Don't want to extend it by one more. Just well, actually, it would just be 4 more logs. Uh, let's just go with this and see how this goes. All right, so we're just gonna fill the empty space for now. All right. That way we know, hey, this is going to have stuff here. All right. Very basic. If you want to be protected, this is what you're gonna do. All right. Cool door, and you're gonna be good. Let's just use an oak door, because why not? All right. I prefer my doors like this, just to give it a little bit of dimension. All right. And then you need a roof. Cool. So, with the roof, oh wait, these stairs or steps? Stairs. Oh, that's not how you spell stairs. Oak. All right. If you want to just go very basic, you can do the simple triangle method. All right. To make it look kind of nice, have it extend off a little bit. All right. Boom, boom, boom. All of this is stuff that I was taught by my sister. Sadly, she doesn't have a YouTube, so I can't link it at all. But these were the very basics that I was taught. And hopefully they help. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. So, here, we would extend these just further. Because why not? Boop, 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 boop. The little noises do help. Just random noises as you build. They always help, no matter what. They break the tension, they break the monotony. It keeps you going. Alright. Oh gosh. No. There we go. Now we still have this center spot here, but I'm gonna add these right now just to get this going. Alright. Something I like to do is have this like that, and then slabs. There we go. Now this would be like very basic. I don't want to do anything else kind of basic. Like this is I just want a structure that looks semi nice and keeps me warm at night. All right? And it gives you plenty of space. I would personally add in these right here and right here. And then fences. Alright. Now these are just like small little details that you can definitely get your hands on at the beginning of the game because it's just all wood. It's all wood. And then this gives it just a little bit more texture as you're going in. Alright. And full planks up top. Alright. All of a sudden now this looks a little bit more like home. But we don't have a floor. So we're just going to rip up all the grass. And we're going to replace it with cobblestone, alright? That way it doesn't like blend into the walls. It's separate. Because if you just have wood, it blends in and it doesn't really look that great. I would even extend this out maybe, well, if I did that, I would add details on the outside, okay? So this is like bare minimum what I do for a house. Unless you look at my hardcore world. That house is more bare minimum than this. And slightly smaller too, actually. But where I like to shine is on the inside. See this? It looks decent, sure, but it doesn't look like a house. Well, it doesn't look like a home, alright? So, first off, we need a bed. Let's go with red, because we want just a splash of color, right? We could just put it smack dab in the middle. We could put it off to the side. It really depends on what you want to do. I don't think I would put it in the very middle. I would actually put it right here. I don't like things squished up against the wall completely because it doesn't look great. And I would add some details here, which we will do later. But something that we need to pay attention to is this doesn't have any lighting really, like nothing at all. We need some windows. All right, let's break open the walls just a little bit. All of a sudden, this looks a little bit brighter in here. A little bit more vibrant, you know? Maybe even have that back wall right there. All of a sudden, this looks, it looks a lot more inviting, alright? Now, the way I would do the rest of the house is I want utility, alright? So, furnace. This is a must, alright? I'm just going to place this here for now, alright? Crafting table. This is also a must. Typically goes near the front door. I could also place it right there because you typically do see these together. But for now, I'm just going to place it right there. All right. Now, one last thing that you definitely need, well, technically two last things, is a chest. All right. And torches. Now, you can use standard torches. I prefer lanterns. But this isn't very basic. This lanterns, those require iron and all that. And they look nicer. They do. I go out of my way to get these whenever I build. But if you're just going to do torches, I typically do two there. Maybe like one up there. Actually, you know what? You could probably get away with just 2 torches inside and then that on the outside. You know? Now, here's the thing. I think those should be a little bit higher because I like to add detail on the outside just to make it look nice. But very basics. There you go. All right, you got your storage, you got your furnace, you got your crafting table, you got your bed. That's really all you need. All right. But it's not the most appealing house. It's not the worst. But I think there's a few more things that we can add. Actually, first off, I can finish that job. Okay, there we go. Something that something that really sticks out to me is the small details in a build. So I like to add them all over the place. So I would, in this corner, I would probably add something with this and a pressure plate. Preferably of a different style wood. Actually, you know what? I would probably go for a darker one just because that one is too close to the log. Yeah, see, now all of a sudden this is darker than the log. It looks nice. And it's a little table. It's just a little table. All right. And you could do an item frame. Item frame here with a clock. And all of a sudden, now your house can tell time. All right. You can just be like, oh, look, it's that time. Or just look outside and see that the sun's never moving and it's not going to change. But you can see the time. And it just adds a little bit more character. Another thing that I like to do is I like to try and utilize a kitchen space. Now, there's not a lot of stuff to do here for the kitchen, but if I rearrange this ever so slightly, all of a sudden, actually, you know what? I could this, maybe that. No, this will go like that. All right, all of a sudden, I have a little bit more space that I can work with to make a kitchen. Okay, and this would just be mostly purely aesthetic. This part would just be aesthetic, but there would be a little bit of functionality to it, even then, all right? And this would definitely be like later game. So, andesite, polished andesite. Where are the stairs? There we go. Okay. So this right here. Do, 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 do. Do I want that? Yes, I do. Okay, but not that. I'm thinking through this. Dispenser. All right, this can go right there, and then iron block. All of a sudden, what I had here was just empty space, and now I'm gonna have a refrigerator because I can just craft one very, very simply by doing that, and it's functional, so I can store food in here. But it's cute, and it adds a little bit more detail, just a little bit more. And if I wanted to add even more detail, I'd probably do something like a cutting board. Where I could do stone, pressure plate, here we go, and a lever. And these would act as like, maybe not stone, maybe a wooden cutting board. Hello, jungle wood. Yeah, all of a sudden, now this is like a cutting board. Because like, this is the knife holder and this is a cutting board. Ta-da! But with this small unit, there's not a whole lot of space to work with, so I couldn't make stuff like a bathroom or a more extensive kitchen, honestly. But even then, you can add more detail. It's still a small space, and it might feel a little cramped right now, but it's also well utilized room. All right. I personally would hang my lights from chains off the top, but this also works. However, the next thing I'm going to add is an armor stand. All right. Now, I'm just going to cover it in leather armor because why not? It's very basic. But when I add this in, all of a sudden, ta-da! Now I could just delete all of that and just put it into the corner. Now it's a little bit more off to the side and it's just like a little splash. But I can colorize this. So leather, oh, okay, I would have to manually dye that. And I'm not gonna do that. Not here. But it adds just a little bit more flavor. The reason I build isn't to just have a house. It's to tell a story, you know? I don't like to build just to have something. It still looks very basic from the outside. This is definitely still a starter build. But now it kind of feels like a home, you know? It feels like something I would be proud of. I would I would actually just be like, yeah, no, this is where I live. This is my humble beginnings. And as time goes on, obviously you're going to build bigger and better things. But this is a nice place to start. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that I did. I plan on doing more videos like this where I go and build simple things. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. I think I'm gonna start with the basics and learning how to. I'm definitely gonna have to watch some other people's content and link them in the description whenever I do use their material, just because I don't know everything and I'm learning as I'm going through this. This is why this is called learning with learning how to build with Envi, you know? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.